Greetings, guys. This is Trash. Hope you guys are all doing well as usual. In today's video, I've actually got a bit of PvE on the go. My wall is getting dangerously low with all this whelping and nullsec, these BSs, VCs, so I decided to do a little PvE. I do have access to better forms of PvE to make S-making, but I do enjoy DD sites now and then. You know, you get a bit of dopamine hit whenever you get a good loot drop, although it can be a bit demoralizing when you're just getting bad drop after bad drop after bad drop, but when you get those big, money, drops is really nice. So basically I've ran about high-sec islands, and a rapid, what's called an auto-targeting heavy missile Tengu. I'm done in refuges and dens, and then they have a chance to escalate into 5 out of 10 DD sites for angels. So I managed to get about 5 or 6 of those, and I just did them. You'll see I'll do the first one, you'll see the full run from the first one, and then I'll just show you what loot we got from the next, 5. Okay drops, nothing too crazy. My RNG is awful. I'm not sure if it's just my RNG or DD site loot in general has been nerfed in the past. Because I can remember these being a bit better income. I don't want to think what it is per hour of these works is dangerously low. I should have really been running 5 out of 10. Not 5 out of 10, sorry, level 5 missions or something, because they are insane-esque, but it's nice to change up now and then. 5 out of 10's Angel, Angel Red Light District, I believe these are called. They're super easy. They've got 3 rooms. First one, you clear all the NPCs, then you activate the gate. Second room, bunch of NPCs, clear those. There will be a structure that you'll need to kill if you don't already have the key. The structure will drop a key, and that's what you use to activate the gate. Get into the last pocket, but if you have that key already from a previous one, you can just go straight after you kill all the NPCs, because it isn't used on activation. This is the second room here. It's, again, super easy. A lot of stuff. These 5 out of 10 take about, I think it's 25 minutes for me to run in this Tengu. Which is, I think it's pumping out 960 DPS with rage heavy assault missiles, which is insane. To clear these up fairly quickly, not as quickly as what I'd like though. I would ideally like to be running Garista 5 out of 10s or something, because Garista DDs just drop such good loot. I've noticed that the loot from this site isn't actually that great, or I don't know, because I got an adaptive, I guess B-type adaptive, and I didn't realize they seem to have fallen in price, or maybe they just, I couldn't remember them being that low. So yeah, just working through this site. Loki would be better for this. I know if people are going to bring that up, Loki, and then use explosive missiles. But the thing with the Tengu is I like its range, and I really dig the style of the Tengu. It's pretty sit back and forget. I could be doing this more efficiently, timing my volleys, counting how many they take for each NPC and rocking those off. But PvE is a time for me to just dull my mind. Make some mess and chill out whilst I'm watching Netflix or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for this new trailer. It's gonna be released tomorrow. I'll be curious to see what. I'm not sure if they've announced what the next quadrant is going to be. I know the previous one was was it called Fight or Flight or something, or I don't know if that was a particular update. It was more focused on PvP. Be curious to see what this quadrant is more concerned with. Right, it would be nice to see some more changes or little updates to low sec, perhaps FW. Give FW dudes. I know they just got a little bit of love, but I don't see it changing too much. The gate mechanics would be nice if they brought back gate slide, but now you can just warp to what Plex is at 70, 100, sort of mix it up, and you don't need to worry too much about cloaky Lokis and stuff. They will potentially probably still get you, but yeah, it's a nice little change. It's just a shame. I feel like gate slide would be a better call there, and I believe they reduced the loyalty point gain from FW missions. I don't think that's going to change much either. So I don't think too much changed there. It really need a rework of the tier system, I feel. Or if it's a revamp to the FW missions. Make them a bit more difficult so they can't just run them with jackdaws, and you can actually interact with the people running them as opposed to being insta-warp and stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, this is the last room. Webbing towers, kill those first, and then try and make some damage and somewhat, because this room does a lot of DPS, but once we take off those webbing towers, get our AB on the go, pull up our speed, we can start our sick tank a bit. As I'm coming in to orbit the Angel Retirement Home, I'm going to kill some of the DPS here, because it is a bit gnarly. Especially if you're orbiting this structure and you bump into one of those satellites. And these guys just start nuking through your tanks. You really want to get rid of some of these. I think these are BCs or cruisers. Oh, it's very difficult to differentiate between the NPCs. But yeah, this is pretty much this room sorted. If you have enough tank and you're sorted, all you need to do is kill this Angel Retirement Home. There's a lot of EHP. This is your loot pinata. We're really hoping for something. What you really want is to get B-type adaptive. There's some other really good drops. The prop mods aren't too bad. You get assignable BPC. That's ideally what you want. The prop mods, the adaptive, or assignable BPC are sort of big drops here. You'll see what we get from this one, and then I'll continue and then previously do the next ones. I got alright luck in all of these 5 out of 10s I did. I got a drop of some form, so no, just like the OPE, which is good. So I think I've done a bit better than average of all these drops altogether. I didn't get any ridiculous drops, didn't get multiple adaptives, which would be nice, but I got a drop with a free, what's called, cargo container, like I mentioned, no just like the Overseer personal effect, which is nice. That's very uncommon. I'm usually quite unlucky and just get Overseer's personal effects, and I'm always very disappointed. That's a nice drop. That prop mod and the OPE is very nice. But yeah, the signable BPCs are also real nice too. They're going for about 115 mil a pop just now. I could probably put them on contract for 120 and eventually move. So yeah, averaging about 100 mil per site, which isn't too bad. I can always wish for more, but you know, I'm pleased with what I got. Basically, you know, the Overseer personal effect, signable BPC, they're not too bad. So I have 150 mil, not a factor, and then the liquid disc that I got from killing the NPCs, which isn't too crazy. I think it's like 20 mil liquid disc per site from the NPCs. That's the big drop right there. That's the best drop I got all day. The adaptive and a couple other things. The thermal resistance isn't really worth too much. The ripper's not really worth that much. Or the remote rips. But that adaptive, that's the big money. But all together, I think I made about 1.5 bill from all my sites. That's what I'm going to sell each of those signables for. What's that? Let's just say 120 to make it easier for me. That's 480. Add that onto 926. 1.5 now, just putting 100 mil liquid from the NPCs. So yeah, about 1.5 bill. Probably a little bit less now. Let's go 1.4 bill to be you know, fair. So that's not too bad. A day's work. Yeah, okay, I'm pleased. Very pleased with my loot. Now I did get a lot of that PvP done this evening. Memeing about in the light missile Corax, just killing like unaware tackle pilots, and yeah, it's quite satisfying. Just like, you know, wasting the ISK that I made. Well, not wasting, but diminishing the ISK that I made whilst doing the DD sites, losing some ships and stuff, which is fun. That's basically all we do. PvE4, just a thunder PvP, right? So yeah, just like Slasher, just doing weird tackle things. Totally probably not expecting the light missile range. Pure Needs is up next. We got a nice little fight against his kiting curses. Probably wasn't expecting the alpha here. Yeah, we two-shot him, because the alpha on this light missile Corax is pretty insane. And it's a really good fun short to fly, actually. Not many people probably expect a kiting light missile Corax. I believe I got this fit recommended to me by Michael Hartari. Did I totally forget your second name or how to pronounce it? But now Mackie Resident, good dude. He's always keen for the meme fits. That's who I got this fit off. I think I've done some modifications to it. I could be wrong. But yeah, I got the fit off of him. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Here fancy some Kestrel PvP, so I was roaming about. 2 Atrons, which is super sweet. Normally 1 Atron's kind of trivial to handle in a Kestrel, especially if you're already in sideplex. So if you just orbit them about 7 or 8k, force them to switch null, just because you're basically applying all your DPS and they're in far fall if you usually win that one. It can be difficult if you warp into the Atron and it's like nukes you before you build range. But these two dudes warp into me. I get good webs and scrams on them. Orbit stood 8.5k, forcing him to switch to null. Even with null at this kind of range, it's gonna be very rough for him. Yeah, a good little fight there, but yeah, it's a very hard one for an Atron against a dual web Kestrel. Most dual Kestrels are dual web these days. It's not often you see like a medium shield sender AB web scram Kestrel in the low 6. You really need a bit of range control I feel for the Kestrel to be viable in those sec, right? Like the buffer dual web or the small anti dual web Kestrel. This dude, this Rifter actually gives us a good run for money here. Orbit may have cake, even far fall off. But yeah, he does very well. We do end up taking that, but still pretty close fight. Another Rifter. I believe this is a 400 plate Rifter, tanky boy. But again, same tactic. Orbit him 7.6, and then I pulled it out to 9k because I noticed I'm taking a lot of DPS here, and that's rough for me. If we really wanted to, I could pull that orbit 10k, but we'd risk dropping the. We would drop these webs and scram to be a bit spicy. So in curse this is super easy, especially if it's like a dual rep one, and I Kestrel like this. I decided to kill the Hobgoblin, so I was expecting this fight to go on a lot longer than what it did. And I know that if I really need to, I can pull my keep at further, like 8 to 9k, and just completely keep out V's blaster range if I wish. At least I'd slowly be blinking away at me as the Hobgoblin. But I nuked for him a lot quicker than what I was expecting, actually. I'm not sure if it's just because he wasn't expecting Alpha, or just because we're applying all our DPS to 9 curses. So this is a dual web Torm. This is a workhorse frigate. I knew going into this was going to be a bit of a nightmare. So, he starts pulling range for me just because of my approach like this. I'm pulling off him. You see those huge volleys. If I was smart, knowing how powerful this Tormentor can be, I'd line out at this point and just get gone. But I notice I'm slowly gaining on him. I'm not gaining him, whereas I'd basically double click and try and get under his gun somewhat, but it just doesn't happen. I'm slowly getting closer and closer and closer. I'm praying that I don't take a big alpha here, but we go down. So the GF there, Mickey, that was a good 1v1. I was expecting that to be difficult, but nevertheless, a good fight. But yeah, that's all the content I really got for you boys. Sorry that was a bit more of a rambling video, especially at the start there whilst we're doing DD sites. Hope you guys still enjoyed this video. Probably be doing a bit more PvE in upcoming days, maybe more DD sites, maybe try some level 5s again. Need to get back into the swing of that. That's so monotonous after a time. So it's FW missions, which I used to do from Risk. And that's why I started for a mix up of DD sites. But yes, do hope you guys are doing a wonderful, enjoy the rest of Wednesday. Excited for this trailer tomorrow, boys. I hope you guys are too. Hopefully something interesting in the future of Eve or next coming months with this quadrant. So yes, I shall leave you. Stop mumbling and stuff. Enjoy the rest of your day, boys.